Well, happy night, baseball fans. We are here in Colonial Plaza for the second WPBL preseason game between the Boston Lady Bears and the New York City Empire. Game 1 should be uploading as we speak, and we started off as Amber Rain faces. I believe that was Jocelyn Dedman, AAA right fielder last year. Flies up to Casey Baden for out number 1. I'm going to bring up Aria Handspringer. As I aforementioned, the first game between San Diego and Texas was a great game. Hope it's uploaded sometime within the next coming hours. As it's in the pop-up to the right fielder. And Casey Baden has 2 of the first 3 putouts of the game. I'm going to bring up left fielder Rashka Smalls. First pitch from Rain is a grounder to shortstop. Heather Benson will flip it over to first, and just like that, it's a 1-2 for the New York City Empire. Starting for Boston is Jocelyn Newman, and Georgina Rodriguez will start the game off for New York City. With the grounder to third, Aria Handspringer over to Noel for out number 1. Second basewoman, Wendy Barker strides in, swings through strike 1. And swings through strike 2. Looks inside, ball 1. Jocelyn Newman has a great repertoire of pitches. She just runs inside on the last 2 pitches. And she forces Barker to pop up the catcher, Wendy Rago, for out number 2. Brings up Heather Benson. Back up shortstop for the Empire. Swings through strike 2. So 0-2 with 2 outs on the way, and a swinging strikeout to end the inning for Jocelyn Newman. 1-2-3 as we finish the first inning. No hits, no runs. Second baseman Jerry Mulberry will stride in to start the second inning. And looks low inside, ball 1. Delivery from Amber Rain inside, strike 1. Strange location on that as Mulberry swings through strike 2. Looks outside for the second ball. 2-2 pitch, up high, full count. Rain, the windup, the pitch, a grounder to Benson, who flips it out over to first. Excuse me. For out number 1. That brings up the backup first baseman, Sandra Noel, who skies it. Casey Baden is under it again. Her 4th put out of the ball game for out number 2. Brings up center fielder Wanda Boswell. She pops one up in the foul ground. The catcher is there, and Fiona Blaze puts it away for the 3rd out. So through 1.5, no score. Amber Rain hitting in the DH spot for New York City will stride in. First pitch from Newman is fouled off. The New York City Empire finished last year with a losing record. I believe they had the 3rd pick in the draft. And they were looking to bolster that pitching staff. They drafted. I forget. I have the documents here. 1-2 from Newman, grounded to Newell, who runs it down to first for the first out. Which brings up Andrea Bugles. I know Boston finished second in the East, and then in the wild card spot, beating Atlanta and then losing to South Beach. Great ELDS, excuse me. 1-2 pitch from Newman is fouled off. 1-2 is popped up to shortstop. That's from McClay. We'll record that. And we 1 out away from the beginning. To bring up Misha Deputy. Starting at first base tonight. She lines one in the left center field gap. That'll head towards the wall. Deputy will head for second, and it's a 2-out double for the first hit of tonight's game. Bring up catcher Fiona Blaze. We're in scoring position and 2 outs. The first pitch, Blaze will ground it to McClay. She flips it over to first, and the inning is over. So despite that one hit, we finished the second inning with no score. McClay, Evan Wilkerson, and Randy Rago coming up. First pitch from Rain. Fastball low and inside for strike one. And then what looks like it'll drop into the right center field gap. That'll also head towards the wall. McClay heading for second. And it'll be the second hit of tonight's game, the first for Boston. A double with no outs, and that'll bring up Evan Wilkerson, tonight's right fielder. And a chopper to first. Deputy records the out. McClay will move over to third. 1 out. That'll bring up the catcher, Randy Rago, the last batter to the order, who flies 1 out to left. That's up. And what a beautiful catch by Andrea Bugles, leaping up and taking a home run away from Rago, but McClay will score on the sacrifice. So a fantastic catch, but it scores a run, and Boston leads 1-0. Benson records the final out of the top of the third inning, and I can't go back. But what an amazing play that was by Andrea Bugles in left field. Bonnie Tamayo, the third baseman, batting eighth in the order. A tie at ball one. Slices strike two foul. Slices the corresponding pitch. Foul to left side. Just missing the seats. Newman, the 1-2. Frozen for out number one. Got her looking on the changeup. Casey Baden will ride it through the left side of the infield for a base hit. So a 1-out single for Casey Baden. He's going to be a rookie this year, I believe, and that'll bring up Georgina Rodriguez to bring up the top of the lineup. She looks at strike one high and inside. High and inside again, so Rodriguez will go right in the right field. Wilkerson records the out, and there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Wendy Barker, who popped up in foul ground in the first at-bat, and swings through strike one low and outside. Beautiful location by Newman. The same spot, same result, a swinging strike. The 0-2 outside. It's a pitch out. The 1-2, foul off. Low ball 2 to Barker. The 1-2. Barker looks at strike 3, and just like that, the inning is over. So 1 hit for New York City, no runs, still 1-0 Boston going into the 4th inning, I believe. Yes. Amber Rain will face Aria Handspringer, who fouls off the first pitch of the at-bat. Second pitch of the at-bat, ground to Heather Benson, who flips it over to first for the first out. Rashida Smalls will strike in for the second time tonight, 0 for 1 herself. The first pitch from Rain is low and outside, ball 1. Second pitch, high and outside, ball 2. Rain is looking like she doesn't have a lot of control on her pitches. Benson makes a diving stop and records the second out. That's Stephanie Morgan-esque right there. So coming for that job fairly soon. Jerry Mulberry looks at ball 1 in her second plate appearance tonight. Inside, strike 1. The 1-1 pitch, fouled off left side for strike 2. Pitch to Mulberry inside, ball 2. The 2-2, 2 outs through the right side. Deputy can't reach for it, and it's a 2-out single for Jerry Mulberry. Bring up Sandra Newell, center fielder by trade, but playing first in these preseason games with a curveball, strike 1. And high in the center field, Newell going back as Rodriguez at the wall, and the inning is over. So through 4.5, still 1-0 Boston. Both teams with 2 hits apiece. Heather Benson 0 for 1, coming up to the plate for her second appearance today. And Newman, it goes through the middle of the infield for a base hit. So Benson starts the inning on Amber Rain back in the DH spot. And a swinging strike by Rain. I made a note of this in the broadcast of the first game. Yes, pitchers in preseason will take the batting spot of the designated hitter on Super Mega Baseball 2, or the regular season we play on Super Mega Baseball 3. As Amber Rain looks inside for ball 2 with the 2-2 count. And this one is looped into right field and will drop fair. Benson will race for third. The throw will not be in time, and it's a single for Amber Rain, which moves a runner to third. Runners on the corners with no outs. And Andrea Bugles looks low at ball 1. Bugles lines it in the center field. Boswell is there. Coming in on the sacrifice is Heather Benson, and this game is tied at 1. Misha Deputy will come up for a second at bat of the day. Looks tied for strike 1. Deputy off the glove of Mulberry. Rain will reach second safely. And I'm not sure if they'll rule that a hit or an error. I can't score that right now. But it's runners on first and second with 1 out for Fiona Blaze, the catcher. The swings at the first pitch. It's going to drop in front of Boswell. Rain is going to race home for the second run. Deputy's in safely at third. 1 out single. That'll bring up Bonnie Tamayo. Tamayo will chop one cleanly. Mulberry can't get the tag, and another run scores for New York City, 3-1. Mulberry was trying to get the unassisted tag to start the double play herself as Casey Baden drills one to center, and it's caught at the wall by Wanda Boswell to end the inning. So through 4, New York City scores 3 runs to flip the lead back to them, 3-1. And Wanda Boswell will start the top of the 5th and line it into shallow right field. Barker is there to record the out. Going to bring up Esquire McClay, who doubled in her first at-bat and then scored. Swings through strike 1 on a fastball. Curve coming, and she swings under it. Popped up, and Rago is there. No, Blaze is there, to record the second out. That brings up Heaven Wilkerson. First pitch from Rain, beautifully placed and swung through for strike 1. The 0-1 to Rain is swung through as well. 0-2 coming now, and popped up foul. Umpire calls it off. The 0-2, low, off the glove of Barker, and the throw is not in time, so it's a reach on an error. And that'll bring up Wendy Rago, Boston's backup catcher, and the starter for tonight's preseason game. She chops one right in front of Rain, who flips it barehanded to first with a beautiful play to end the inning. So as we go bottom 5, 3-1 New York City on 6 hits to 3 for Boston. Georgina Rodriguez restarts the third go-around of the New York City order and looks inside with a beautiful slider for strike 1. And slices at the curveball. Rago looking to go back, and she can't make the catch. So it'll be strike number 2. Pitch on the way, looked up high for ball 1. Curveball again. She gets a piece of it. Mulberry can't get to it, and it's a base hit for Georgina Rodriguez to start the bottom of the 5th inning. I'll bring up Wendy Barker. Barker, the first pitch to her, swung just over on the slider. The curveball gets her swinging strike 2. The 0-2. There goes Rodriguez. Swung through for strike 3, but Georgina is safe at second sliding. I had a little altercation there with one of my higher-ups as Jocelyn Newman is the one pitching. Heather Benson, the shortstop, comes in. Laces one into center, and the second out is recorded. Racing over to third is Rodriguez as he slides in safely. So runner on third, 2 outs for Amber Rain in the DH spot. And she grounded up the middle. An RBI for Amber Rain as Rodriguez comes in to score. That's 2 hits on the day for Amber Rain. 4-1 New York City here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bugles looks at ball 1 outside, swings through the second pitch, high and deep to left at the track, and Rashka Smalls ends the inning. So on 1 run, we go to the top of the 6th, 4-1 New York City.
Now batting, number 20.
Jocelyn Newman will be pinch hit for by starting third baseman T.Y. Reader, who looks outside, ball 1. Reader lines it to left field. Back is Bugles. She can't get it. It's over the wall, and it's a home run for T.Y. Reader off the bench. A good 363 feet. That'll bring New York's lead back down to 2. Oh, yeah, handspringer. Now up, it's off of Rain, and Kenson make the throw. She can for out number 1. Rashka Small steps in for the 3rd time today, and she grounds one up the middle for a base hit with 1 out. I was going to mention earlier that T.Y. Reader originally leads off for Boston. Jerry Mulberry strikes in. 1 run on, 1 went out. And a pop-up foul. Rain, the second pitch coming, is high, ball 1. And low in the dirt for ball 2, as that almost got away from Blaze the catcher. As it's lined in the center, Rodriguez is there to record the 2nd out. As the runner will retreat back to first. I'll bring up Sandra Newell. 1 on, 2 out. Newell. Benson, a great play. Flips it to second for the force out to end the 6th inning. So we go to the 6th inning stretch. And we will have a new arm for Boston. It'll be Bentley Flesham. Isha Deputy, fun fact, is also 2 for 2 on the day. She looks inside, ball 1. Fouls off right side for strike 1. Deputy follows that up with a foul that lands in the seats. So that's going to be a great souvenir for a fan tonight. Deputy takes a weird hop, but McClay still makes the play. Flips over to first for out number 1. Fiona Blaze, 1 for 2 with an RBI single today. As she fouls off the first pitch, left side. Looks low, ball 1. Off-speed pitch, same result. 2-1. Up the middle it goes. Mulberry won't even attempt at it, and Fiona Blaze has another base hit today. 2 for 3 on the night. That'll bring up Bonnie Tamayo, who is 0 for 2, also with an RBI. And looks low inside, ball 1. Up high for ball 2. Runner on, 1 out. Tamayo lifts one foul. And looks up high, strike 2. So 2-2, 1 out. The pitch on its way up the middle. 6, 4, 3. Oh, it's over the head and out of play. So the runner will head on over to second. It was almost a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning, but Casey Baden will stride in, but to no avail. McClay will flip it to first to end the inning. So as we head to the top of the 7th inning, it is still 4-2, New York City. Amber Rain still on the mound to face Wanda Boswell. Amber Rain has only thrown 48 pitches so far tonight as she throws the first 2 pitches for balls. 2-0 to Boswell. Swinging, fielded by Rain, flipped to first for the easy out. That's from McClay, who's had a very good day defensively, steps into the box, and she lifts one high and deep to left, and that one is out of here without a doubt. A solo shot for Esro McClay will bring Boston's deficit closer as they are now down 4-3 here in the top of the 7th inning.
Now batting.
Going to bring up Heaven Wilkerson. That one tailed high. Not just deep, but high. The first pitch to Wilkerson runs in high for ball 1 as she swings through for strike 1. High outside, ball 2 from Rain. Up the middle line in the center field. And it's a base hit for Boston once again. Heaven Wilkerson has another base hit for the day. And that'll bring up Wendy Rago. First pitch from Rain. Up high, ball 1. Just inside. This pitch is laced foul to the left side. Another souvenir for a young kid tonight. And through the left side of the infield as now both Rago and Wilkerson are on first and second with just 1 out here in the top of the 7th. And that'll bring up Bentley Flesham, who will be pinch hit for by right fielder Heather Gleason. First pitch to Gleason is popped up in the foul ground, and Blaze will record the second out. That brings up Aria Hanspringer, who is 0 for 3 for the day. Pitch on the way, swung through for strike 1. Curveball laying in there, strike 2. Rain low inside, ball 1. The 1-2 pitch, outside, ball 2. 2-2 on the way, in the dirt, full count. The payoff pitch, everyone stealing. Inside, frozen for strike 3. Amber Rain gets out of the inning, not unscathed, but she survives it as she only gives up 1 run. 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Georgina Rodriguez will lead off this inning as well. She singled in her last at-bat. And new pitcher in for Boston is Jasmine North. First 2 pitches are thrown for balls. Rodriguez, fielded by Mulberry, flipped to Newell for out number 1. Now Wendy Barker, also 0 for 3 on the day. Swings through strike 1. Swings through strike 2. And she lays one and high and fairly deep to right. It's over the wall, and she has homered as well. A solo shot for Wendy Barker, 361 feet, and that brings the New York City lead back up to 2. It is now 3-5 as Heather Benson strides in 1 for 3 on the day with a single. Swings through strike 1 as it's low and outside. Pitch on the way, grounded out to McClay, who flips it to first for the second out of the inning. Amber Rain with 2 hits today. She will be pinch hit for by starting first baseman, Winifred County, who fouls off the first pitch into the seats. Well outside, curveball, strike 2. The 0-2 looked inside for ball 1. 1-2 pitch inside also, but high for ball 2. County looks outside, full count now. The payoff pitch. And she's walked on 4 consecutive balls after an 0-2 count. It's Andrea Bugles, 0 for 2 today, who reached on an error last time. Still had that RBI from earlier in this game, but she swings through strike 2 for a foul on the right side. Bugles looks low outside, ball 1. Pitch fouled off to keep the at-bat alive. Andrea Bugles and Jasmine North battling it out here. Another foul ball. Pitch high upside, ball 2. A blazer over the plate. Played by North on the grounder, and that ends the inning. So as we head to the top of the 8th now, it'll be 5-3 New York City, and coming in will be the New York City closer, with Chicha Smallworth being gone now, Zania Bulga. This batter, whose name I did not get a chance to look at, laces one in the right field, and Casey Baden records the first out. Might have been Rashka Smells as Jerry Mulberry lines up. 1 out. Up the middle it goes for a 1-out base hit in the center field. Sandra Newell, 0 for 3 on the day, will come up. Zania Buga pitched most of last year in AAA, but not as a closer, just as a reliever, as she gets Newell to swing through strike one. The 2-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. As she battled back, she does. She forces the liner, but it's over the head of Rodriguez. Mulberry racing for third, rounding third. They're giving her the signal. The throw in from Boswell is not in time, and it's 5-4 New York City with 1 out. An RBI double for Sandra Newell. Boswell lifts one in the right. Baden is there for out number 2. Tagging up and heading for third is Newell. With 2 outs, that'll bring up Esro McClay, who homered and doubled today. So if anyone's going to get that run across, it might as well be her, but it won't be. Barker will record the final out, and just like that, this ball game ends with a New York City win. The New York City wins this ball game 5-4 on 10 hits apiece for both teams. Take a look through the lineups. 4 substitutes for Boston, and only 2 from New York City. 2 of them being pitchers for Boston, and 1 being the closer. You take a look at the pitching stats. Amber Rain does get the win. 7 innings pitched, 8 hits. 2 home runs given up, sadly, and 1 strikeout on the day. Jocelyn Newman is titled with a loss. 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. Mine was 4 earned runs, a fairly par day for her. Bentley Flusham came in, 1 inning pitched, 1 hit. Jasmine North came in, 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, and 1 walk, but also the home run to Wendy Barker. Zania Buga gets the save, 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, and that'll be all for her. As we look at the 3 stars to end off tonight, 3rd star Amber Rain, but not on the mound at the plate anymore. 2nd star T.Y. Reader for Boston, 101 with a home run. And the 1st star of the night, shortstop Esro McClay for Boston, 2 for 4 with a home run and a double, who had the RBI and 2 runs for herself. So with that being said, once again, I am Demetrius Primetime George. We thank you for tuning into the first ever live broadcast for the WPBL, that is the Women's Pro Baseball League, here in the preseason. We hope you have a wonderful Friday evening, and we wish you all a good night.